Good morning, grade 3. Let's begin lesson 21. In SSD, families can be different. We all live close enough to many families to know that this is true. The first page has, we can read it together. It's about playing a game. Come, let's play a game together. You must be familiar. You must know this game. Stand in a circle. One child stands in the center and plays a tune. Everyone runs in the circle as long as the music plays. When the music stops, the child calls out a number, like 5, 4, or 2, and children have to form groups. If the child says 5, you have to make a group of 5. Whoever is left out is out. And you play this game until there are only 2 children in the circle. Then come the questions. We can try to answer. Don't say, but I didn't play the game. We've played enough games at school before that we can try to answer these questions in our notebooks for practice. How did you feel when you could join a group of the required number, the necessary number? Why? How did you feel? That's past tense. I felt, F-E-L-T, felt. I felt happy and safe when I could join a group of the required number. This was because I knew I could keep playing the game. I felt happy and safe when I could join a group of the required number. This was because I knew I could keep playing the game. Now I'm using 2 sentences because a long sentence and then a because just makes it confusing and increases the chance of our mistakes. How did you feel if you could not join any group? Now we've all played these kind of games where we become out. And we can remember how it felt. How did you? That's past tense. I felt sad if I could not join any group because I knew I was out and couldn't play the game anymore. Next question is in present tense. Do you like to be with people? Yes, I like to be with people. No, I do not like to be with people. Now both answers are okay, but each time you want to say at least a little more explaining why. So, yes, I like to be with people because we have more fun in a group. No, I do not like to be with people because being alone is peaceful. Peaceful, P-E-A-C-E-F-U-L, calm. With whom do you like to be more? I don't understand this question, more than whom, so you just answer with the person you like to spend the most time with. I like to be with my children because they are entertaining. I like to be with my friends because we play games together. I like to be with my mother because she tells me stories. I like to be with my dog because he is so much fun. How would you feel if you always had to be alone? We'll start here. How would you feel if you always had to be alone? If I always had to be alone, I would feel sad and bored. If I always had to be alone, I would feel scared and lonely. Now let's read on the next page. All of us prefer to live with people than to live alone. I'm reading from the top of page 138. Prefer means to like something more than another thing. So all of us like to live with people rather than to live alone. We always live in groups. Let's see one such group, Gurleen, Nagarajan and their children Tanya and Samar. This must be Gurleen, Nagarajan, Tanya and Samar. How are these people related to each other? The answer is right below. The people in the picture you saw belong to one family. We often see pictures or photographs of such families. Where do we see such a family? Are all families similar to this one? Let us read about a few families now. This family has a mother, a father, and 2 children. Are all families the same? No, I should hope not. That would be boring. Let's read about Sitama. Sitama lives in her ancestral house in a small city, Guntur. Ancestral means something that was given to you by your ancestors. Your ancestors are your great-great-great-grandfathers and grandmothers. Her Dada, Dadi, younger Chacha and Bua live on the ground floor. In one portion of the first floor, Sitama lives with her father, mother, and younger sister, Gitama. In one portion means one part. She lives with her father and mother and her little sister, Gitama. In the other portion live her Tauji and his 3 children. Her Taiji died just a few months ago. Okay, so her Taiji died a few months ago. Her Taiji died a few months ago. Her elder Chacha and the new Chachi live in one of the rooms on the terrace. They are newly married, so they probably don't have children yet. Before dinner, Sitama's mother teaches all the children. Food for the whole family is cooked in the same kitchen on the ground floor. They all make a special effort. They try very hard to be together at dinner time. Nowadays, Tauji's younger daughter sleeps with Sitama's mother at night because her mother died, right? So she's sad. In the morning, Sitama helps her get ready for school. Now comes the questions in our notebooks. Who all are there in Sitama's family? I don't really like that English, but we'll answer by saying Sitama's family is a large one. Her Dada, Dadi, 2 Chachas, a Bua, a Tauji, and his children, as well as her own father, mother, and little sister, all live together. I think I got all of them. If there's a family member that I missed, tell me. How is the relationship between the different people in the family? Well, we can only guess, but as you and I both know, if people eat together and they make a special effort, it says, they try very hard to eat together once a day, probably means they get along well and they like each other. How is the relationship between the different people in the family? The different people in the family love each other and take care of each other. In the last 1 year, what are the changes that happened in the family? There's 2 that I can think of right away. Taiji died and elder Chacha and Chachi got married. At least those 2 changes, yes? In the last year, and I don't really need that word one, in the last year, Sitama's Taiji died and her elder Chacha got married. Let's read on about Tara. Tara lives with her Amma and Nana in Chennai. Her Amma Meenakshi is not married. She has adopted Tara. I was a bit confused because Amma means mother. She's not married. That makes sense. Nana is mother's father. So she has a grandfather and a mother, but mother is not married because Meenakshi has adopted. What does it mean to adopt? It means when a child is not your own, but you decide it's going to be just the same as my own, and so you adopt that child, and then in every way the child is now yours and you are its parent. Meenakshi goes to the office in the morning and returns in the evening. When Tara returns from school, her Nana takes care of her. So her grandfather is home, you can see in the picture. Nanaji and mother and Tara. He is the one who feeds her, who? The grandfather. Helps her to do homework and also plays with her. Because Meenakshi works to keep the family going. That's the mother. During vacations, the three of them go to far-off places and enjoy themselves. At times, Tara's Mausi, that's Meenakshi's sister, Mausa, and their children also come to their house. At such times, they play together for long hours and also chit-chat. Now we come to the two questions. Who takes care of Tara? How? So what I read, it's mostly her grandfather. Tara's grandfather takes care of her. He feeds her, helps her to do her homework, and also plays with her. What are the things the family members do together? The family members go on vacations together and have lots of fun.